Right. Guest today for this session is Fiona Ross, who is the Queen of Kings. More importantly, that I love you, Fiona. You are such a good mate, and we had so many laughs on the school. I think none of which we can share on this kind of video whatsoever. So there we go. But we had
It was
such
lovely
fun
talking
together.
to you, Dave.
Yeah, we had such fun, and it was such fun being with you and learning with you. So I've got 3 questions because I'm just like Captain Organized these days. Let's start with the first one. Biggest personal takeaway from the school?
Biggest. So in the context of business,
No, business is the second
real
question.
personal
Yeah,
one.
biggest thing
Okay.
for you that you think shifted.
As a human being,
Well, yes, or whatever else you're labeling
I
yourself as these days.
yeah,
As a
um,
swan.
as a swan, I think the thing that shifted most for me as a coach and as a human being was to believe in myself.
Oh, yummy. Yeah, an oldie but a goodie, right?
Yeah, and one that trips you up every turn. Well,
So
trips
what
me
was
up
the
every turn.
when was it was there like an epiphany moment where you kind of went, oh my goodness, I am that I can do this, or whatever
I
the
am that I can. Yeah,
that I
I
can.
I am that I can. It may well have been around the time when we started looking at value,
Yeah.
our value.
Yeah, a couple of people have spoken about that actually as that being
Um,
really pivotal. Yeah.
yeah, and also really owning. I'm a coach. Yeah, and I was actually just having a conversation with somebody, and I said, if we put it in the terms of football coaches,
Mm,
you've got guys that coach the primary school kids,
mm,
dads that do part-time coaching on the weekend for their kids' teams and
mm,
stuff. And then you've got every type of football club going all the way up to coaching the Premier League.
mm. Beautiful.
And as coaches, I think we put ourselves somewhere on that line. And
Yeah, I think that's probably
okay,
true actually.
I'm looking at the Steve Hardisons, the JP Morgans, the Rich Litvins, the Towns. I put them as the Premier League
Mm,
coaches.
mm,
But I think what I realized from being in the school is how close I am to Premier League as
mm.
a coach than I am to coaching the primary school kids football team.
Wow.
And it's like I'm nowhere near that end now. You
Yeah.
know, I've achieved and accomplished a lot, and I'm actually a lot closer.
Yeah.
And I think it's about speaking that into the world,
Yeah.
not hiding my light
Yeah.
under a bushel, I think
Yeah.
is the term.
That's
And
amazing.
actually owning that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, completely. That changes everything about how you would be, doesn't it? In every part of
hmm,
well, everything really.
yeah.
I think one of the most interesting things, I think Alex Manzi talked about it actually in his interview was you coaches, me, you, all of us, forget everything that's got us to where we are. Like I don't know anybody who started out as a coach like that was their first thing. Most of us have been through various iterations of ourselves
Yeah.
in our careers, and that there's so much gold just from that.
Yeah.
And if you sit down and think no one else has the experience you have, like no
No,
one has that.
no, absolutely. You bring your own special sauce.
Yeah, yeah, I love it. I love it. So let's move on then. Let's say biggest shift business wise, because I know there were some huges for you, weren't there?
Yes, I mean, I've just had the best financial year I've ever had, ever.
Well, I mean, that's not bad, is it?
That's not bad, is it?
And did you expect that? Was that what you expected to come from the school, or did you hope for it, or were you
I'd
just like,
hoped, I'd hoped to, I think it's the nailing enrollment piece.
yeah,
And have I nailed it? I've still got a lot more to learn.
yeah,
I know I can still make that enrollment piece. I don't want to say better because there isn't a best way of doing it, but I can make that more organically me,
oh
and I
wow,
can show up more truthfully as myself,
yeah,
as the coach that I am
yeah,
in the enrollment process.
yeah,
I dropped last year. I think the thing that I really dropped was the fear of enrollment.
yeah,
And it's like I'm just in conversation with people, and if they, if I
yeah,
make a proposal and they say yes, fantastic. If I make a proposal and they say no, fantastic. And I never used to get that. I've heard it so many times from other, the people that are
yeah,
further
yeah,
out
yeah,
in their
yeah,
careers than me, getting that neutrality around the yeses and the nos.
yeah.
I hadn't really got that, I think. I still had way too much invested and loaded on whether there was a yes, and I would go on an emotional roller coaster according to the results I was getting. And now, funnily enough, actually last week I had a discovery call with somebody, and I'd invited him to a gifted session.
Mm.
And he emailed me back and he said, well, before we go on to that, I don't want to waste your time and everything. So he said, I don't think I'm really ready to invest in, financially in coaching, but I might want to do a little bit of spot coaching, on just specific things and everything. And I went back to him, and I'm going to paraphrase my own email, but basically my message to him was like, whoa, slow down.
Yeah.
I haven't offered you anything kind of
We're
yet.
not at the altar yet.
We're
You don't
not,
need to say
yeah,
I do.
yeah, we're not there. We're still exploring whether we're a good fit. Or if if I want to, I only work with a small amount of clients a
Yeah,
year,
yeah, yeah,
and I only make proposals to people I believe I'm a good fit for.
yeah.
They're a good fit for me. So, whoa,
And how did he respond to that?
the offer at the moment, I've not heard back from
Ah,
him as yet. It was
yeah,
on Thursday, I think.
yeah, got you. Yeah,
But it is like the offer at the moment is
yeah,
another conversation.
yeah. That's powerful though, isn't it? I love just what you said there. The offer at the moment, like there's nothing else on the table.
No,
What I've offered you is a gifted session for you to experience what it's like, I guess, something around that.
yeah,
And that's it.
and that's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's not whether he comes back or doesn't come back is neither here nor there.
yeah, yeah,
It What's shifted in me is my ability to be, whoa, no, what
yeah.
is offer is this?
Yeah, I can really feel that in you, like talking here today, that I can really sense that. It's like, we're going for dinner. We're not going to be choosing kids' names. Okay.
Right, right, exactly.
It's like, whoa.
Whoa,
Whoa, with the
we've just
scary
we
rushing in the relationship.
right, we've just
Yeah.
had coffee. I've
Yeah.
asked you for dinner,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
you're going, well, I don't think I want to get married yet because I'm
Yeah,
a
yeah,
bit of a
yeah.
big
Yeah.
commitment. But maybe we could just, meet up
Yeah.
sometimes for sex. It's like, no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. I've offered you dinner.
Yeah, so just dinner. Yeah,
We're nowhere near the,
yeah, yeah,
and just seeing that journey to a proposal, to an
yeah,
enrollment
yeah.
is and being really happy to stretch that out for whatever's
Yeah,
right for
yeah.
the person in
However
front
long
of
that
me.
might take. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. I think people listening to this will take a lot from that. Like if people really hear that for themselves, you can't just copy it like it's a tactic, because what I hear in you, that's coming from a genuine understanding of the benefit of that. It's
Mm.
not oh, and then after the third sentence, I slow down and I say to him, whoa, 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 Neddy, which is how these
Exactly.
things can sound, can't they?
Yeah.
Like the A
Yeah.
to Z of coaching technology. It's like, no, 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 no. This is a different game from that. It's a different
Yeah.
game.
It's exactly that, because I have been in other containers, and there's no comparison here, but my readiness in those other containers, I've listened to Rich Litvin going through his prosperous coach approach. I've been in containers with him for a
Yeah,
couple of years, and I didn't get it.
yeah, yeah,
I wasn't sufficiently shifted in me to really get it. So I could have walked through the process, and I did an okay of walking through a process.
yeah.
But this is now, as I said, it's an organic shift. It's in
Yeah,
me,
yeah. I love it. I love it.
and
You've changed.
that's different. I've
Yeah,
changed.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Ah, love it. Gold. Knew there would be. Final question. If you could like give anybody like a top tip who's coming into the school first time, second time, third time, whatever, or is thinking about it, what would your Fiona's top tip be?
Don't think about it.
Oh, beautiful.
If you want to commit to your career as a coach, one of the things that I think Kush said on the first weekend we were all together was something along the lines of understanding the power of coaching. It's coaching it's not me that's the miracle here. It's coaching that is the miracle here. Now, my flavor of coaching is, like you said, we're all unique. Nobody's lived my life.
Yeah,
Nobody can do what I can do
yeah,
for the people that are right for me and that I'm right for them.
yeah,
But coaching is such a powerful tool,
yeah,
such a powerful profession.
yeah,
And if you're serious about making a living, paying your bills, raising your kids, doing the stuff you want to do with your life, and have this profession provide you with the income to do that, then get committed and
wow.
don't think about it, because it's not about you. It's
I love
about
that. That's such a
it's
cool
about
distinction to
coaching.
make. Coaching is where the magic is.
Yeah,
Yeah. Genius. Fiona, thank you. We could
you're
talk all
welcome.
day for the moment. Thank you.
Welcome.